Ladies and gentlemen, good morning in the UK, good evening in Australia, and good afternoon here in Taiwan. A very special Facebook Live today. We're going to be doing a live coaching session. Now, it is Sunday night, which means for a large portion of the population, they're going to start to suffer Monday-itis. Now, I don't know how much you know about Monday-itis, but Monday-itis is a viral infection in your Monday-gland. And you've got to make sure that you get rid of your Monday-itis so that you can perform at your best. Statistically, what we know about Monday-itis is that so many people, actually 84% of the population, they will be going to work tomorrow doing a job that they hate. They'll be frustrated today because they're thinking about what's coming up tomorrow. They're going to be frustrated on the way to work. And then when they get to work, they won't be able to perform at their best. And this impacts their levels of emotional intelligence. And it's a massive cost to society. But it's a huge cost to the individual because there's nothing more frustrating than performing at levels lower than your capacity. In life right now, we know that people's emotional intelligence on average is about 75 out of 100, which means there's so much more in the tank. They've got another 25% of their potential that they could unlock immediately. And for every 1% of your potential that you unlock in terms of emotional intelligence, there's a 1-to-1 ratio. When you increase your levels of emotional intelligence by 1%, you will see an increase of 1,750 Australian dollars in your annual salary. That's about £1,050 extra every year. Now, people like Joeva, a very good friend of mine, Joeva, she's increased her level of emotional intelligence by 11 points in the past 6 months. Another good friend of mine, Vanessa Harper, she has increased her levels of emotional intelligence by 23 points inside of 6 months. And what you've got to remember is that a 1% increase will show an increase in your salary of more than 1,750 Australian dollars per 1 point increase. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring Shereece Gates onto the Facebook Live, and we're going to do a live intervention, and we're going to be showing you the latest so that you can get rid of that Monday-itis, so that you can get rid of that frustrating feeling that you've got today, knowing that you've got to go to a job tomorrow that you hate, and leaving you with confidence and personal power. So Shereece Gates, good morning in the UK. Thanks for...
Good morning, Daniel.
How you doing?
Thank you for having me on your live.
My pleasure.
I'm great this morning, thank you.
My pleasure. Well, Sunday is here, Monday's tomorrow. A lot of people are going to be getting Monday-itis. Have you got a bit of a Monday-itis today already?
Definitely.
Sounds like a balloon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's incredible, isn't it? And Monday-itis is like stimulus response. So you're driving down the street in your car, all of a sudden you see a red light. What do? You hit the brakes and you stop. Your phone starts to ring. What do? You turn around, you pick it up. What happens when you're at a shopping centre and somebody calls out your name? You turn around and look, but you realise it's your ex-lover. so you run the other way.
Yeah, definitely.
But psychologists say everything we do is stimulus response. And the fact that we could be in a job that we don't like, we think about the job and this frustration rises up. So what we're going to be doing today is getting rid of that frustration for you. So tell us, what's the frustration you're going through at the moment? What's happening?
Okay, so I currently work away from home. I work in London and I have a 2-hour commute to work and a 2-hour commute back.
So 4 hours commuting every day.
Yeah, I commute 4 hours a day. And yeah, so I commute 2 hours to work. I get to work. I'm stuck behind a desk doing a job I absolutely don't like. I used to like it at some point. I won't, sit here and say that I've never liked it. I did like it, but I found something different in my life that I want to be doing, that I'm passionate about. So sitting at work now for me is so frustrating because I'm making money for someone else. I'm living somebody else's dream where I could be, doing what I want to do and what I love. So I sit there, and that's completely out of my control at the moment, and it's frustrating me. The same 2 hours home. What happens though is I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do my morning routine, leave home at 5 to go to work. I'm on the train, and the morning's great because I have my day planned. So the morning I use my 2 hours to prospect, contact clients, do some personal development, listen to audios, motivational audios. That time is great. And the little bit of time I have left, I connect with family that live abroad. The same is planned for my way home. So I'm supposed to do the same on my way home from work, but I'm so tired by the time I leave that half the time I don't get it done. By the time I get home, I'm getting home to kids. I'm so frustrated with them. I'm snappy at them because I'm tired. And then I have things I'm supposed to do in the evening, coaching sessions with clients, again, prospecting, and whatever else, studying, I study. And I can't give that the level of attention and quality that it deserves because I'm tired. And that makes me frustrated again, and it's a constant circle because then I'm not producing. My income's not going up so I can get out of the job. And yeah, I just get stuck. Absolutely get stuck.
When you were a little girl growing up, is this the cycle that you dreamed of? Is this what you thought life was going to be? Or did you dream of life to be something else?
No ways. Absolutely. I didn't really have a clear picture then, but I just knew that it wasn't supposed to feel like this. I wasn't supposed to feel frustrated day in, day out. I was supposed to feel happy. I was supposed to enjoy what I'm doing, and going to work is not enjoyment for me. Yeah, I wanted to travel the world and see things, and I can't do that because I just don't have the time again. So that's very frustrating. All of it is just frustrating. Yeah.
So we're going to coach through this. So this frustration, this working away, getting behind and everything that's important to you, coming home, being snappy at the kids, wanting to grow your business, but you're making money for somebody else and you're not traveling like you want. How is that a problem for you? How is it a problem?
It is holding me back, and it's making me feel unfulfilled. Like everything I have been working towards is not going to happen, and it's very demotivating. It is demotivating.
Unfulfilled, demotivating. And when you live your life and you're unfulfilled and demotivating, how's that a problem?
Because I still can't do what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm still not living the life. I'm not being a good mom as I want to be. I want to be there for my kids every day and pick them up from school, drop them off. I don't want to be snappy. I want to sit and spend time with them. That's,
And not living the life and not being a good mum, how is that a problem?
It's making me unhappy.
And when you're unhappy, how's that a problem?
I don't want to do anything because I don't want to work on my businesses. I don't want to speak to anybody. I don't want to pick up the phone.
And how's that a problem?
I'm not building my business. I'm not getting the income I need to leave the day job.
That loop again, loops all the way back around.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
people who are just joining us now, Rowan Mills, Joe Eva, thanks for joining us. Just give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you can see myself and Shereece clearly. And for the people who are joining us, this is a live coaching session. Shereece is feeling stuck. Shereece is not where she wants to be in her business, and she's not living the life that she wants. She's not traveling. She's not being the mum that she wants to be. And this is not the life that she dreamed of when she grew up. And this is a big problem. But on Facebook Live today, we're going to be using NLP to break this cycle. So let's get out of that stuck state, Shereece, because I can see it just does not look comfortable for you right now. I could hear your tone drop down, the energy shifted, it went down.
I feel awful right now as well. I absolutely feel awful. I just feel in my gut, it's horrible. Such a wrenching feeling. Makes me want to throw up.
Well, can you throw up away from the camera?
Away from
because it doesn't have a windscreen wiper on it. So
okay, I'll try it that
way. Instruction number 1, no vomiting on the camera. So we know that you've had some great life experience. And I want you to go through and I want you to explain some of these resources. And let me explain to everybody else is that we have powerful resources in our memories. Everything that happens to us, positive or negative, everything we see, we remember. Everything we hear, we remember. Everything we feel, smell, taste, and say to ourselves, we remember. And in NLP, we say people have all the resources they need to succeed. So at the moment, we want to help you succeed. And for the people who are joining us on Facebook Live, please be a rock star and share this content right now. Just hit the share button, put it on your page, because in the minutes ahead, you're going to see something that's ultimately powerful, and you can be experiencing the same thing with coaches at the Tolson Institute. People like Shereece will be able to help you through the same thing. So let's rock and roll. So there was 5 resource states that we spoke about, and we're going to call upon these. What was that time that you mentioned before when you felt totally powerful? Tell me more about that.
Okay, so yeah, I've not really felt a lot of power in my life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've normally been a very weak person with a lot of self-limiting beliefs and never having, the power to feel in my mind and feel in myself that I can do anything. And I was going through some audios, hypnosis audios this year, and just listening to them on the way to work, on the train, walking through London. And I don't know, it's just kind of this energy, this like empowerment, it got me going, and it just started giving me that belief and the feeling that, you know what, I can do whatever that I set myself to do, whatever task, whatever it is that I want to do, I can, that I've got it in me. And it wasn't that, it was a feeling in me while I was listening to those audios that started coming up.
And I can see how automatically you've got out of that stuck state and you're already into a positive state where you even look powerful. The smile's there, and even your skin tone, it's become lighter. You can see it. You can see the difference already. You can feel it. Good. So tell us about a time when you had a ton of energy. And the one that you mentioned before was that you were opening up, and you were opening up for John Hamilton, and you had a load of energy. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so that was the first time I spoke at an event, and that was in Bambara last year. It was great. The lead up to it, just standing in my house, walking up and down, going over what my speech would be. The adrenaline rush, it was crazy. It's nothing like I felt before. Standing in front of all those people, the room at the event, and just speaking about myself and my journey within the company, within the business. Yeah, it was a rush of energy. And even after that, it was like I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't. I was so hyped up.
If you felt that emotion every day, what would happen? What would happen to your life if you
Oh
were feeling that every day?
gosh, I probably smashed the living daylights out of. I was about to swear. I'll smash the living daylights out of my business. Definitely. Yeah.
Beautiful. And have it all. Tell us about what happened in January 2017 when you were heading up the Purity Project.
So I was working on Purity with Chris Brown, and Purity Project resembles something that I really want to do with my life, and that is help disadvantaged communities around the world. And yeah, when I first spoke to Chris about it, it really triggered something in me, because I've come from a place where I've witnessed firsthand poverty. And I've never believed that I could be somebody that could make a difference, big or small. So being part of Purity, walking up on stage with Chris, you know, the run up to that, for me was very empowering. It was like a realization that, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can have it. I can have what it takes to be that person that makes a difference. So yeah, that for me, definitely.
And then at that stage, you knew you could have it all.
I could have it all. I was standing on the stage with everybody else from Purity and looking out at 800 people in Eric's, and just knowing that, you know, somehow we can encourage everybody else to go out there and do that. So knew that definitely I could have the dreams, I could have the purpose, I could have everything that I want, that my heart desires. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And then what about that time when you were graduating from the NLP practitioner course this year with me in Manchester? It was the day after, and you felt invincible. All of a sudden, you're walking down the street and people are stopping you.
Oh, yes. I know. It was like that, Daniel, actually. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. It's just this feeling that nothing could stop me. Like, I finally found this resource, these tools, these skills that I could go out and I could use to achieve what I want. But it was this aura, and I think it was in my face, because I was walking from the coffee shop to the station, and literally people were looking at me as if to say, "Wow, where did she come from? Who is she?" But it was just, I don't know, it was just a feeling like, I'm going to get this. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. Nobody can stand in my way. I'm going.
If you had that each and every day, what would happen to the problems in your life if you felt like that every single day?
They wouldn't matter. They just wouldn't matter.
Problems would
They would be non-existent in my mind. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what about that feeling of excitement in 2011 when you were awake for a 17-hour journey back to see your family? Because we need to have, you know, part of emotional intelligence is to be able to pursue our goals with energy. So tell us about that feeling of excitement. And by the way, Jenny Ellis, Hayley Hamilton, thanks for joining us. Just give us a thumbs up. Make sure you can hear us nice and clearly.
Yeah, so 2011, I went back to my country, Zimbabwe. I hadn't been home for 4 years. I hadn't seen my family for 4 years. And I had a 17-hour flight. And I left at night, so I should have been able to sleep, but I couldn't. I was just buzzing. I was like, I want to get off the plane. Can we just hurry up? I want to go. Like jumping up and down. And it was crazy. Yeah. That's the feeling of excitement. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was,
so there's these 5 really positive and powerful states that you can see Shereece in right now. And imagine this as a cocktail, but the cocktail was your mental attitude. Imagine rocking up with all of that personal power each and every day. The problems that you have in your life would simply just disappear, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
let's get into the NLP process. ladies and gentlemen, this is called collapse anchors. Sometimes we walk home, we open the front door, and our partner's standing there, and just because they're standing in that one spot, we feel bad automatically. Monday-itis comes around. We think about Monday, going back to a job that we hate, working for somebody else, and not taking action on our own business. And before it even happens, we feel like crap. So what we're going to use now is we're going to use a process called collapse anchoring. Now, just to fast track the process, Shereece and I had a conversation on how to do this live before this live call. So we're going to shorten the process up a little bit, and we're going to get into the guts of it, and we're going to get you out of that stuck state, and we're going to get you into a powerful, positive state. So is it all right for your unconscious mind to make these changes today and for you to be aware of it consciously, Shereece?
Yes.
Good. Ready to play full out?
Yes.
Good. So
Absolutely.
what I want you to do now is in your right hand, I want you to anchor all of these powerful, positive states one by one. So what I want you to do, as you can feel the emotional state rise up, I just want you to let your hand come up. And once that gets intense, I want you to squeeze down on that fist, holding all of that powerful, positive, emotional reaction and response right there in your fist. And for the people who are watching it, this is called anchoring, and it's a neurological response. So as Shereece thinks about an event in the past that was totally powerful, you'll see this change in the way she feels, and we're going to capture it like that. And you might remember this at school. When you went to the doctor would say, in a moment, I'm going to hit you on the knee. And all of a sudden, he's about to hit you on the knee, and then your knee jerks out. It's called a knee-jerk response. So we're going to create a knee-jerk response that's positive. So you ready to play?
Yes.
Let's go. So what I want you to do now, Shereece, is I want you to remember that time in the past when you felt totally powerful. You're listening to my hypnotic audio recordings, and it lifted you up, and you felt totally and completely powerful. And I want you to go back to that time now. Float down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel that feeling. And I want you to stand how you were standing, breathing how you were breathing when you felt totally powerful. Excellent. And just step us through what's happening in your mind right now as you're feeling totally powerful.
So I've come off the train and I'm walking towards work, and I'm listening to the audios, and yeah, I can see everything around me and I can feel it. I feel like I can do it.
Excellent. Good. And just release that fist and let it come down. That was a big one.
Ooh.
Good. Let's go again. Now we're going to stack it. We're going to put another powerful resource here. So can you remember that time when you felt that you had a ton of energy? You were just about to open up for John Hamilton. You had a load of energy, and there was that adrenaline rush. And I want you to go back to that time now. I want you to go right back to that time now, floating right down into your body. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel that feeling, that energy, that adrenaline rush. And just step us through what's happening inside of your mind as those feelings come up right now.
I can see myself walking into the room and standing in front of everyone and delivering. Yeah. There's so much energy, and my whole body is vibrating, and it feels great, and the adrenaline is pumping. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Good. And come back to now. Graham, thanks for sharing the video. And for those other people who are joining us now, this is going to be a phenomenal intervention. What you're going to see in the next 5 minutes is going to blow your mind. So just go ahead and share this video. Beth Robinson, great to see you there. Now, what about that time when you knew you could have it all, Shereece? Back in January 2017, the Purity Project, and just knowing you could have it all, knowing that this was a part of your major dominant purpose. And I want you to go back to that time now. I want you to float down into your body. I want you to see what you saw, hear what you heard, and I want you to feel the feeling of knowing that you could have it all. And just anchor that feeling and step us through what's happening inside of your mind as you think those thoughts and feel those feelings.
Okay, so I'm standing on the stage and I'm looking out on the crowd, and yeah, I'm just feeling accomplished, like at that moment. But I feel like, yes, this is just the beginning, and I can do it. I can do it, and I know I have it. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's great.
Good. Excellent. And come back to now. And what about that time when you just felt that nothing could stop you? You just graduated from the NLP practitioner course in Manchester this year, and it was the day after. You're walking through Manchester, you're feeling invincible, and people are stopping and looking at you, this aura. And I want you to go back to that time now. I want you to go back to that time now. I want you to float right down inside of your body.
My legs are shaking.
We'll start to anchor that and go back to that time, float down into the body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel that feeling. And just talk us through what you can see, what you can hear, and what you can feel.
So I'm walking and my head is up, and yeah, people are just looking at me, and I'm like, yes, nothing can stop me. Move out my way. I'm coming through. It's
I can
great.
see it. Wow. I want what you're having. This is the when Harry met Sally model of NLP. Beautiful. You can come back to now.
Ooh.
Good job. That was a big one.
Wow.
I want you to feel that feeling of excitement. Remember that time in 2011, you're traveling home, 17-hour flight, you're buzzing, you're excited to see everybody. Can you remember that? I want you to go back to that time now.
Yeah.
I want you to float down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and I want you to feel the feeling, that buzzing, that excitement. And when that feeling comes up, just start to anchor that into your right hand. And just explain to us what you can see, hear, and feel as you recall that memory and those feelings.
Yeah, so I'm on the plane and I'm just walking up and down and I'm pacing and I'm like, come on, let's go. Yeah, I just want to get there. I just want to see them. Yeah, just come on, let's. Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Good job. Good job. And when you're ready, come back to now. So this is our natural positive state. We should feel good all the time. We should feel good for absolutely no reason than other just to feel good. Feeling good is our birthright. But there was one thing that's been getting in your way, and it's that feeling of frustration. It's that feeling of looping around, starting here, coming back to there, getting up early, working for somebody else, making money for somebody else. Your dreams are sliding, and that's frustrating. And then even snapping at the kids, not going on the holidays that you want to go on, feeling unfulfilled, demotivated. Do you remember that? And there was a specific time when you felt like that. And what you're going to notice now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Shereece go into a totally different state. And this is a neurological state. This is the reaction of the nervous system, and we're about to get it out of the body. But first of all, we have to anchor that. So using the left hand, I want you to recall that first day back at work after the NLP practitioner training. You felt crap. You felt really horrible. You couldn't get out of bed. You felt frustrated, angry, and you didn't want to speak to anyone. And I want you to go back to that time right now. And I want you to float down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel that feeling of frustration. And as Shereece gets into that state, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. If you've just joined us, hit share. In the moments ahead, you're going to see some phenomenal changes in Shereece. So Shereece, what is it that you see, hear, and feel right now as that anger's there, that frustration? What's happening?
Yeah, it just feels awful. I just feel despair. I just feel frustration. I feel sad. I'm angry. I'm sat at my desk and I don't want to be there. I just feel lost. I feel like I don't belong. I don't belong there. I want to get up and go. I just want to walk out.
And just let that anchor go. Let it drop down. So we can see now a huge change in Shereece's physiology. Look at the face. Listen to the breathing. And this is the same state that she's getting into that's just totally unproductive. This is the state that's blocking you, isn't it? This is the emotional block. This is the mental. I feel like I want to cry. Yeah. Imagine how many people, statistically, Shereece, 84% of the population are going to feel like you're feeling right now. They try to put on a smile. They try to put on a happy face every day, don't you? Yeah, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
But the reality is this is the reality. And it doesn't have to be like that. So let's get that out of your body. How will you feel when you get that out of your body?
I feel great. I want to feel great.
I think you'll feel much more than great. So in a moment, what I want you to do is I want you to fire off both of these anchors simultaneously. You're going to hold down your right fist. You're going to hold down your left fist. And as you hold down these two fists and you're firing off that cocktail of positive anchors and you're firing off that negative frustration state that makes you want to cry, I want you to talk us through what's happening, because some phenomenal things are going to happen. Give us some love. If you're on there right now, just give her a heart, because a lot of people are feeling like this. So you're going to fire off these anchors. You're going to feel a cocktail of emotions. And once that positive state starts to override and overpower that negative state, I want you to let go of that negative state and hold on to that right state and just allow all those positive feelings of being totally powerful, that are having a ton of energy. That feeling of knowing that you could have it all and nothing could stop you, and that excitement and buzzing. And once that has overpowered the negative one, then you'll come back to now. So you ready to play?
Yeah.
Ready to feel good? Good.
Yes,
Vicky,
absolutely.
Charlotte, great to see you there. Make sure you hit like. Simon Lannon, thanks for joining us. Hit like and also share this video, because you're going to see something phenomenal right now. So ready to play? So Shereece, I want you to fire off both of those anchors, the positive anchor and the negative one, simultaneously. And as you start to fire those off, just talk us through what you see and hear and feel.
I can see myself walking to work and feeling powerful, but at the same time, there's something that's dragging me down this way. And I can't feel that power. I can't feel the excitement, but it's stronger this side.
Excellent. And what I want you to do now, I just want you to release that left hand. I just want you to release that, and I want you to let all those positive, powerful feelings overpower that. And I want you to feel that time in the past, that power, when you were listening to that hypnosis, when you had that ton of energy, you were opening up for Chris, for John Hamilton, and then that time when you knew you could have it all. You were doing everything in the Purity Project. And then you felt that feeling in Manchester that nothing could stop you. You felt invincible. People were stopping and staring. And then that feeling of excitement, 2011, 17 hours, buzzing, no sleep. And now step us through what you can see, hear, and feel.
I can see my whole life ahead of me. I can actually see just happiness, and I can see laughter, but I can also see myself standing on stage and everybody's clapping, and it just feels great.
Excellent. Now I want you to go out a week out into your future. What's happening a week from now, and what happened to that old state?
I can't find it. I can't see it. I'm just buzzing around the house and I'm getting things done. Yeah.
Excellent. And I want you to go 28 days out there in the future, feeling that power, that energy, knowing that you could have it all, nothing being able to stop you, totally invincible, and that excitement. What's happening 28 days out into your future?
I'm actually not at work anymore. And I'm picking the kids up and I'm dropping them off and just happy. and I'm speaking to people, and yeah, it's just great. I feel unstoppable again. I feel that feeling of, yeah, no one can stand in my way.
Excellent. And taking that feeling 180 days out into your future from now, what's happening 180 days from now?
That's a good one.
You'll have to tell me that one offline.
Yeah, no. Nothing like that. I just see myself in front of a group of people, and yeah, I don't know, delivering something, and I'm happy, and I'm energetic, and I'm buzzing, and I'm confident, and yeah, it's good. That's what I want to do.
Excellent. And I want you to go 365 days out into the future and feeling that feeling of power, the invincibility. Nothing can stop you, and that excitement, that buzzing. What's happening a year from now?
I'm with my kids on holiday, and it's sunny, and we're happy, and it's all the hard work, but I've just accomplished so much, and I've finally got to where I want to be, and I'm on my holiday, I'm having a break, I'm traveling. Yeah, it's good.
Beautiful, beautiful, good. And bring that feeling all the way back to now, back down to the room, back down in your body, all the way back to now. Woo!
Wow. Yeah, great.
Good. Now imagine a time in the future where something like that could have happened. And how will you react? What happens? 28 days, you got a new job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. What a great experience.
Not a new job. I just don't have a job. I'm just doing what I love. No, coaching and prospecting and spending time with my kids. No job.
Amazing. This is the when Harry met Sally model of NLP. People are going to be going, what's she having? And I want some. So if it's Sunday night or whatever night you're watching this and you don't feel like going to work tomorrow, chances are that you've got Monday-itis, and it's a viral infection in your Monday-gland, and it makes you feel crap. If you're doing a job that you don't like and it's making you feel like crap, then you've got to learn NLP. This stuff is powerful. You can see the difference in Shereece in just a very short amount of time. So you're the client. How do you feel? Enough me talking. What about you? How do you feel after that?
Yeah, just there's a feeling in my stomach. I said earlier I felt like I wanted to throw up, but it's like butterflies, you know, it's excitement. I feel powerful as well. I feel like that frustration, the lack of energy, feeling tired, it's just bullshit. And yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's go and do this. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing just how fast change takes place? And that's why NLP is one of my go-to tools, because everybody has resource states. Everybody has felt these feelings in the past, and we just have to train our mind and body to feel them at the appropriate time and place, which is now. We should be feeling good all the time. And this is why I learned NLP. And I'm sure this is the same reason you learned NLP. It's the same reason Darren Harrison learned NLP and came to Success Breakthrough, is because you just want to feel good. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've watched this and you want what Shereece is having, if you want to have the When Harry Met Sally model of NLP, then reach out to myself or Shereece Gates today. We are NLP coaches, and we can help you through these same challenges. So you know what to do. You're on Facebook all the time. Hit the message button, say hello, and we would love to speak to you one-to-one. So Shereece, thank you so much for playing. I know that Sunday is going to be buzzing for you. You're going to have a ton of energy. You're going to have those butterflies all day, and 28 days from now, totally different life.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of you.
Feels great. Thank you, Daniel.
Good job. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and remember, it's your birthright to feel good all of the time. Shereece, I'll see you in the cadet program this week. Ciao for now.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye, Daniel.
Bye-bye.
Bye.